afternoon light cuts through hazel trees. My fingers brush the surface of the grass. Some words are buried in the deep down earth. Some doors are waiting for a quiet turn. We left the promise where the clover grows. Now every shadow ends up to return. The small latch waits upon the tool chest. The iron tooth slides into place with ease. Yellowed paper folded twice with careful lines. Ink that faded while the seasons turned, spelling out the vow we left behind. The afternoon light cuts through hazel trees. My fingers brush the surface of the grass. Some words are buried in the deep down earth. Some doors are waiting for a quiet turn. We left the promise where the clover grows. Now every shadow ends up to return. I held my breath against the common true, forgetting why the gate was locked so tight. The time has softened every jagged edge, and stars are waking in the pale moon. I see words are buried in the deep damp earth. Some doors are waiting for a quiet turn. We left the promise where the clover grows. Now every shadow ends up to return. The paper opens in the open moon. Gentle wind begins to burn our leaves. Moving leaves, soft quiet ground, kneeling down in the overgrown and pulling that thistle up out of the clay. My fingers brush against something cold, the jagged old iron tucked away. The weight of it sits in my palm, a reminder of what we designed. Turn the key and let the door swing wide. We left the heavy seasons far behind, a promise buried in the summer grass. The afternoon light cuts through hazel trees. My fingers brush the surface of the grass. Some words are buried in the deep down earth. Some doors are waiting for a quiet turn. We left the promise where the clover grows. Now every shadow ends up to return. I held my breath against the common true, forgetting why the gate was locked so tight. The time has softened every jagged edge, and stars are waking in the pale moon. I see words are buried in the deep damp earth. Some doors are waiting for a quiet turn. We left the promise where the clover grows. Now every shadow ends up to return.
Quiet ground, kneeling down in the overgrown and pulling that thistle up out of the clay. My fingers brush against something cold, the jagged old iron tucked away. The weight of it sits in my palm, a reminder of what we designed. Turn the key and let the door swing wide. We left the heavy seasons far behind, a promise buried in the summer grass.
the floor, stepping through the door. The clover crawled across the garden bed. My fingers brush a stalk of green. Beneath the creeping thyme, a square of silver catches morning light. A metal piece brought home to turn a lot that rested out of sight. My breath is steady now. The earth holds everything we swore to bind. And the lock clicks in the stone. We kept the vows that seasons own. The gate swings to the rain. I'm stepping through the wood again. Stepping through again. The cedar bench is gray with fading paint. A sliding panel tucked away. Inside lies folded paper, a promise written in a steady hand. To meet before the snow upon this quiet strip of summerland. My breath is steady now. The earth holds everything we swore to bind. And the lock clicks in the stone. We kept the vows the seasons own. The gate swings to the rain. I'm stepping through the wood again. Stepping through again. I let the paper rest. The yard is deep and calm. No need to find the shadows. The path is finally known. And the lock clicks in the stone. We kept the vows the seasons own. The gate swings to the rain. I'm stepping through the wood again. Stepping through again. Path is clear. The latch is wide. I step inside. Dry fennel stalks beneath my knees, pushing back the tangled leaves, clearing dirt from old stone floor where the weeds have grown up tall. An arched bone handle in the grime, left here waiting through the time. The heavy cold is sinking deep against the vows we used to keep. Turn the letter in the dark, find the rust and find a spark. What was lost is waiting here after all this half-spent year. Turn the metal in the dark, find the rust and find the spark. What was lost is waiting here after all this half-spent year. I left the gate unlatched for too long now, and broke the quiet promise made somehow. Kneeling on the grass where the clover grows, moving every barrier that the winter throws. Fingers in the soft ground feel the sudden cold, pulling out a trinket made of blue and gold. Dirt upon the surface, marking all the years, washing off the quiet with a few warm tears. And the lock clicks soft in the iron latch, opening the way to a secret patch where the vision stayed underneath the stone. We are never lost when we walk alone. Inside of the box rests a faded line, ink upon the parchment from a different time, writing that you'll find me when the rain is gone, waiting at the garden for the break of dawn. Dirt upon the surface, marking all the years, washing off the quiet with a few warm tears. And the lock clicks soft in the iron latch, opening the way to a secret patch where the vision stayed underneath the stone. We are never lost when we walk alone. All the summer's buried under garden weed, waking at the blooming of a tiny seed. Time is just a journey waiting to be spent, shiny little treasures hidden in my hand. And the lock clicks soft in the iron latch, opening the way to a secret patch where the vision stayed underneath the stone. We are never lost when we walk alone. Gate is open now, sun is coming through. I remember you. I rake the damp leaves from the flagstone cracks where creeping periwinkle hides the tracks. A rusted copper stub caught in the loam beneath the eaves of what we called a home. The paper edges yellowed in the dark, waiting for the turning of the spark. Turn the metal, let the silence fall. Nothing stays buried underneath the wall. We left a door unlocked against the rain. Now I am holding on to it again. I brush the soil away from cedar and slide the bolt to clear the pantry. A tin box sitting in the shade beside the margin where the vows were made. The paper edges yellowed in the dark, waiting for the turning of the spark. Turn the metal, let the silence fall. Nothing stays buried underneath the wall. We left a door unlocked against the rain. Now I am holding on to it again. The promises we measured in the dirt are losing all the sharpness of the hurt. The roots have grown around what we designed, leaving the heavy weather far behind. Turn the metal, let the silence fall. Nothing stays buried underneath the wall. We left a door unlocked against the rain. Now I am holding on to it again. The gravel paths are dry beneath my feet, and morning makes the broken circle sweet. Softly fading, peaceful ending. I cleared the giant sunflower stalks away from where the stone path begins to fray. A narrow notch of metal in the dirt beside a folded page and an old shirt. The small shape felt so cool in my hand, a tiny weight upon the resting land. The latch turns from inside the copper lock like water moving through a steady clock. I thought the years had laid it all to sleep, just a simple promise buried deep. I lifted up the weight hands upon the glass frame, brushing debris away from your name. Beneath the dark and tangled vine, a heavy iron of an older time. The soil gives way beneath my knee, a rusted notch, a silver entry. We left a promise in the garden bed before the winter filled our heads. The green comes back, the light breaks through, and I'm turning the lock for you. A wooden box of cedar grain, sealed against the autumn rain. Bluebird seeds that never grew, a folded note I once knew. The soil gives way beneath my knee, a rusted notch, a silver entry. We left a promise in the garden bed before the winter filled our heads. The green comes back, the light breaks through, and I'm turning the lock for you. Time wears down the garden wall, but shadows catch the even fall. I held the